I think the biggest trend and the most important thing that any business could do with their digital marketing strategy and investment is content creation.
Are there some key trends that marketers and even companies that heavily invest into marketing absolutely must be aware of and have it at the top of their list to look into and investigate?
You got to create like a lot of content, and it needs to be good quality, and it needs to be distributed across all the relevant channels, largely social, but to some degree, website and things like that too, right? But you got to be pumping out good quality content, and this can come in the form of like high quality social posts that are like created by like a designer, where you kind of like match imagery with text. It can certainly come in the form of video, right? You can do like a video that outlines your business, right, in a formal way, like almost like a corporate video. And I also think like the big thing is having a podcast, right, and recording that podcast audio wise and video wise, and then being able to cut out little snippets as a result of that podcast that you produce, and that comes out very authentic, and people will resonate with that, right? And anyone can do this kind of stuff, right? Any business, whether you're B2B, B2C, whether you're an agency, a life insurance company, or in the mortgage business, or you're a home improvement contractor, any business owner or any person can go hard with content creation, because the tools are there, the know-how is there, the skilled people are there, it's all there, and then the platforms are there to have it distributed. And at the same time, I'd also say focus more on producing this good quality content and having it distributed out, and don't worry so much about the numbers. Even if you go through 3 to 6 months, 6 months to a year, and you're producing all this content and the numbers seem to be coming back low, don't let that bother you, because it's more about just being consistent and getting your message out there, so that when that prospective customer engages with you, right, or that lead engages with you, or that customer engages with you, they're able to understand where you're coming from, your position in the market, your perspective, and they'll resonate with that, and then ideally transact with you, whether it's buying something online or calling you to get a quote for a job, and anything between. So yeah, content creation is the big thing, both through graphics combined with text, and then also video production. Yeah, that's, I think, the number one thing that everyone needs to take more seriously. But at the same time, everything still works, right? Like, you should build a website that positions you as an authority in your space. You should SEO that website so that you get found for the keywords that are relevant to your target audience, right? This stuff still works. You should be advertising on Google, targeting the keywords that your ideal customer is using to find what you offer online. Google ads still works. Facebook ads, big, really big, and has the potential to become a lot more powerful for many businesses. Like I have some clients that are doing really well with Facebook ads, and like I don't even think we fully scratched the surface. And then I have other clients or people that I know that haven't done anything with it, and they're missing out on an opportunity. So I still believe that like the opportunity presented behind Facebook ads to generate new demand and generate new customers is huge. And I also think at the same time, LinkedIn ads, they're still trying to like figure out a way to like get it to work effectively. But I do believe that over time, LinkedIn ads as a platform will improve as far as delivering results and return on investment. And I think that a lot of like B2B people will be able to one day extract more opportunity as a result of using LinkedIn ads effectively.
If you look at, let's say, even within SEO, for example, or
Yeah.
is there something that's new that's like just coming in now that either hasn't been around before or hasn't been as important of a factor in the past? And because, we've all kind of been, we write content, we try to, get mentions and things like that. Is there something else like, is there something else out there that's new and coming in that we need to know about?
Good question. Long form content is going to become more and more important from an SEO standpoint. So instead of just having a thin website or a thin web page with in and around 500 words, and probably to some degree, this, you kind of like got to push it beyond like the 1,000, 2,000, 3 and even 5,000 mark, right? If you make investment into high quality content, like next level content, that can play a huge role in driving rankings. And then obviously there's voice search, and like you can like figure out how to like gear your content and your website towards kind of like showing up in Google Voice search results. It's still a tricky game, but it's relevant, and there should be like a voice search strategy in place from one company to the next. SEO is kind of like it's one of those things where it's very mature, and new tricks of the trade. I think to some degree are like a little bit few and far between versus other things, right? But yeah, I think it's just a matter of like having really good quality content, making sure your website is like fully optimized on page for SEO, all the standard stuff, and then pushing to like try to like build out like an authentic link profile. Stay away from like the shady stuff. Go out there and like create a story for your brand, for your business that could get picked up in the media, right? And build links naturally in that way.